handsome, charming.
I was gonna you just pick it down, Chris. But then somebody might watch me from the back. I was hoping you might regale us with a story of some of the hijinks behind the set.
He used regale and hijinks in one sentence.
Is that a dictionary in your back pocket, or you just happen to see me?
It's in his back?
Well, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard, we had a lot of fun on set. And I was in Atlanta with Rick, and we did our first panel ever together. And people were mortified because for 17 minutes, all we did was talk about farting. And that was a big part of our set. And so much so that I modified my diet so that we not only have better tone, but also, how do I say it? Bouquet. Yeah. So every night before I went to bed, because Rick is truly my fart master. He is the one that took me to the next level.
Your fart sexy.
Yeah. So every night before I went to bed, I would eat a bowl of Fiber One, topped by Benefiber, topped by Slimast.
You really went for it.
The results were explosive. And MGM, so it got really bad. So much so that we were shooting in the Gateway.
I thought you were about to say so much so that I was... He said shooting, not the other word. We didn't add that to the list yet.
We're in the control room, which is the smaller room that, you know, General Hammond would always say, SG-1, you have a go. So we were shooting in that room, and I was in particularly good form that day. So we had to actually stop shooting for a half hour to clear out the room. So MGM being a company that loves, every day you get a production report. So it says what time your first shot is, were there any delays, when was it hurt, blah, blah. So on the production report, they had to put down, had to take a half-hour break because of farting. This gets sent to MGM. MGM sends back a memo the next day saying that bodily functions which cause timely production delays will no longer be tolerated. Which just meant that the crew couldn't fart anymore, but me and Rick still could.
I have a follow-up question to that question. Was there a moment on set where you were working and somebody lets one rip, and then conveniently about 2 minutes later they're like, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom? Did that ever happen? Because I gotta imagine if you're doubling up on Slim Fast and whatever in the movie.
Let me tell you, it wouldn't be 2 minutes later. Immediate. I mean, but we had.
Were the ladies in on it?
You know, I don't know why, they really never got into it. We tried to get Terrell and Amanda to do it, and we're like, it's natural, it's part of life, everyone does it. Maybe everyone doesn't celebrate it like we do, but...
My wife laughs hysterically when I fart, but never farts. But I entertain her often.
So we would truly, anything, our crew was in on, like, you would do your close-up, and we got banned from doing each other's off-camera. So if we weren't on camera, we would be asked to leave the set because our main goal wasn't to complete the scene, it was to make the other person break. Yeah. So then the cameraman got in on it. So you'd be doing a close-up, and often for an eye line, you use the matte box of the camera, which is covering that goes around the lens. The camera, this is how long we did the show. This was the early days of the internet. The cameraman found this site called, and please, I hope this is not, but it's a real site, I mean, I'm not making this up, called ratemypoo.com. They would go on this site and download people's poos and then stick them on the Met bus. So you'd be doing your close-up, and when you go to look at that eyeline, there's a picture of poo. And this was acceptable.
They were trying to get you in character, man. Give you something to meditate on.
I got into a thing where I used to duct tape people to trees and cars. That was my big thing for a while. And then I would saran wrap people's toilets in the morning. So I would always have the first call time. And so I would go into people's trailers and wrap their toilets with saran wrap. Because when you're tired and you just lift up a thing and you do your business, imagine their horror when it all splashed back on. I mean, and so I would get guest stars, I would get day players. I didn't care. I would just wait for that scream, terror, and horror. I'm doing a movie right now in New York. It's me and kids, a bunch of 20-somethings, who have no idea what's coming.